This next story, Dan, about the hunting accident you had back in the 70s. I'd like for you to tell me, if you can remember, of course you can remember, no doubt, how it happened.
Well, there's not too much about that. Well, I suppose, of course, I remember it happened because of the way it went. And I mean, something like that you don't forget. I remember it even right to the time that when it happened, because I looked at my watch. It was 20 minutes to 4, 29th October.
73?
75. Well, I was cutting logs, and because I was getting ready to build a shed to put in building materials, because I was going to build a new house, see? And anyway, I got all my logs, and I had them all rafted, and I was a little bit hungry, more thirsty than hungry, so I decided to walk down to a little brook was there, a little old tiny stream, get a kettle of water there, put in a fire. And when I walked into the woods inside, I know about it was like kind of a well. I don't know if somebody might have had a well made there one time. Anyway, it was a hole there where the water would come out over and pour down into over a log, old dead tree. And I dipped up my kettle of water, and when I rose up, I looked right in front of me, sure, and there was a partridge sitting up on the ground. And I looked around, and there was, I don't know how many was there. It must have been 8 or 10, I guess. Anyway, so I walked back, got back to the boat, and got my .22. And I had it full of long rifle shells first. I took them out and put in shorters and went back down again. But in the meantime, by the time I got down there, they was after flying away, moving away anyway, and I only found one bird. So I shot that one and came back, and when I got back, the water in my kettle was boiling, so I tossed my tea in, and I took the gun and stood it up by the end of the boat. A big old rock was there, and never bothered to put it in the boat like I usually did. I came back anyway and had my tea and had a slight lunch and got everything ready. Took my chainsaw and pack sack and gas and all that and put that aboard the boat. And instead of picking up the gun by the bridge around Trigger Guard, I just reached across my body and picked her up with a barrel, which I never was used to doing or never was taught to do that way. And as I turned around to put it in the boat, I'm not very sure exactly how it happened. Foot turned over or slept on a rock, or a rock turned over under my foot anyway. So I flipped the gun, held on to her and flipped her. And she went in the boat, and that's when she went off. And the bullet went up and under my armpit. And I hit a bone, of course, and ricocheted down through. Went in, damaged my spinal cord down where my belt crosses to. But I knew that I was badly injured by the way I went down, because I shot enough animals and seen enough shot to know that I had a spinal cord injury. And anyway, Finlay Lemire was on Red Island, about I don't know, probably a quarter of a mile away or something like that, and a little drafty wind was blowing towards him. I yelled out and told him that I had myself shot. He was up on the roof of his house, he put on tar paper. Anyway, in the meantime, I had also slipped it on the bar rocks and went out and I filled up my long rubber boots, so I dragged myself back up. And it wasn't very long. I never seen him getting down off the roof or anything like that, but he told me he jumped. And next thing I knew, he was there anyway. And so he got me, helped me get aboard the boat and took my boat, took his boat and took a tank of gas from in mine. Left my boat there, went on. Yes, he brought me into paradise. And after that, I was so cold and everything. I don't remember too much afterwards, except there was some pain later on in the night there. And next morning, anyway, the plane come in and they took me off at St. Anthony. And from there, I went into St. John's. I had kind of a rough time getting in there, going into Grand Falls or Gander and a small plane. I was put on the big plane there to go into St. John's. When they got after a while, I had a call come. I couldn't get in land, too much fog, so I had to go all the way in by ambulance. And I don't remember too much about that. They was giving me needles for pain. It was knocking me out, so next thing I remember was they wheeled me down to the operating room. That was it.